Hello, everybody. How are you all doing? Can you all hear me? All one of you that is in here right now? Miranda, how are you? Thank you for joining me. Ooh, it looks like we got another one too. Can you hear me okay? Good evening, everybody. I don't even know where to start. I Oh no. Ooh, I like the Lions actually. Um my adoptive cousin loved Barry Sanders. His nickname was Barry. And then, well, not that I'm super proud of this, but Nadomik and Sue from Nebraska went to the Lions, I think. He was naughty, though. What's the score, Miranda? Yes, he was my cousin's favorite, I think. So we called him Barry. So, Miranda, since you're here, I'll talk to you. And if you want to come up, please click the link. I have it pinned at the top. This is an emergent live because I am irate. And maybe some of you can calm me down. I don't know. I am infuriated. I may have had a dream about this last night. I don't know. Either that or I was still awake and it's vivid, but I can't really remember because I was so tired. But I just know that there was something said that absolutely, I think it's been said in different ways before, but the way that this was said yesterday or 2 days ago or whenever it was just hit me different. And it is related to the dun 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 Sebastian Rogers case. You guys, what is going on? Like, I can't remember. I'm just going off here. Okay, I'm just going off. But I recall. Ooh, goody! I have 3 people now. Good to see y'all. Hope y'all are doing well. This is an emergent live because I just got stuff to say. It might not be any different than what anyone else says on our side, as I air quote. But um, if anyone wants to join me, please do because you know, I'd like to talk to somebody other than myself. Um, but if you're not comfortable, I understand that too. There's been something said in the last 2 days that I just cannot shake. And it comes after a plea in what I considered the most appropriate, kindest way possible. Like, I know we're all asking what is wrong with people, but really, like, what the hell is wrong with people? I don't understand it. I never will. I I'm trying not to it's just starting to be completely and utterly vile. And you may hear my cats meowing. I don't know. It's dark out and it's dark in here, so they might be going crazy. But anyway, just the vileness is outrageous. And I don't understand how someone can be so nasty to somebody else, especially the mother of a missing child. It really, really bothers me. And we have the stepfather of a missing child that just went on another channel a while, not too terribly long ago, and begged and plead for people to stop the bashing. It's heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking. I don't get it. I never will. I'm I'm appalled. Um, and the other thing that was said recently, I think, was that, like, these people have lost sleep over this case, and they're like, why would you lose sleep over something like this? This case has been so crazy and so literally mysterious. How can you, if you are wanting to find Sebastian and bring him home, how can you not lose sleep over it? If you are 100, if your heart is completely in it, how can you not lose sleep over it, is my question. I think about it when I go to bed at night. I think about it when I'm on these YouTubes every day. And yes, I want to give other cases my thoughts too, and I do, but I don't think about every other case every day. I think about Sebastian absolutely every day, y'all. Every day. I am in Nebraska. I am not anywhere near Tennessee. And I want to go out in my own parking lot and scream, Sebastian, where are you? And cry. And I just don't know. And I'm not even there. I can't imagine if I was there. And I'm not saying that I put, you know, all, 100% effort into Sebastian. I do what I can with Sebastian, but hats off to uh people that are out there making a positive difference in this situation, just can't thank them enough for what they're doing when they're actually there and taking advantage of being there, in Tennessee. Clue and Cletus and Crabtree and, Truth, they are 100%, into this case for Sebastian. And they're making positive differences. And I am I'm furious with some of the things that I've heard in the last, couple weeks to few days. And on another side of things, we've got hypocrisy to the utmost. That's all I can say. That is the best word that I can describe. It's hypocrisy. It's vile. I don't get that either. I think it's just kind of pure evil, what's some of the stuff that's going on. I can't speak for everyone, but I will speak for myself. I understand in the beginning some of the things that were said were sketchy and suspicious. Some things still just don't add up. I get it. But what is a fact, I think, and I don't, Clue and Cletus can set me straight if I'm not correct. I still don't think that law enforcement has taken anything off the table. I don't think they can until the kid is found. And even when he is found, which way he is found, deceased or not, if he's found not deceased, he can start talking. If he's found deceased, they're going to need to do an autopsy to find out more evidence on what happened. Am I not correct? But I haven't heard that anything's been taken off the table. And I just haven't heard it. If so, please, set me straight. I think they've said that Chris was at work. I think Seth was at work. Katie was obviously there. I just don't. Nothing's been taken off the table, but no suspects have been named. There's been no suspects that I've heard of. There's been no, has there even been persons of, is everyone considered a person of interest? I don't know. I don't know if you can just say people are persons of interest or everyone's a person of interest until somebody is a suspect. Is that the way that goes? But all I know is that this drama, the rumors, the lies, the deceitfulness, I think it needs to stop. It's not getting anybody anywhere. And there's so many theories, so many suspicions. But why is this family still, after all this time, still being scrutinized the way they are? Then we have someone who, in my opinion, writes a heartfelt letter and gets nothing but bashed for it. Says, oh, what were they thinking? Dropping the F-bomb in a letter to a 15, 16-year-old. Ma'am, you have done way worse. Brittany J. You've done way worse. And Betty, way worse. I just don't. I don't know who else Sean has been scrutinized by, but Sean's been scrutinized for factual, up close and personal reasons. And I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But I don't know. People going after Katie the way that they are, I get it, but you have to give her grace. You have to give her the benefit of the doubt, because at this point you really should. Common sensely, you should really give her grace and the benefit of the doubt, because if she had anything to do with her missing child, you would think that by a year, coming up on a year, that they would have known something and they would have something enough against her to do something about it. Cuff her and stuff her, per se. But that has not happened. That has not happened. So they don't have enough. If they don't have enough, they don't have enough. They don't have enough on Seth. They don't have enough on Chris. They don't have enough on Katie. That they're putting out. If they had enough, they'd be doing something about it, cuffing them and stuffing them. And guess what? None of that has happened. So tell me they haven't came out. Hold on. They haven't came out and, said anything like, oh, I think now they're treating it kind of like a criminal investigation without saying it's a criminal investigation, but they still don't got nothing. Unless what they have, they're holding close to themselves to protect the integrity of the case. And they're probably working on a bigger piece of the puzzle, or a bigger piece of the puzzle to um to get what they need to make an arrest or bring people back in for questioning or name a suspect, or they haven't came out and said nothing, y'all. So as much as I have questions about Seth, I myself can't I can't put anything on him, and I don't. I think he acts immature. I think my question is this. I don't know if Sean is smart enough to pull something like this off. And he still may have had something to do with it, and they don't have enough yet, but there's still a chance that they could find something, and if they do, and they find enough to cuff him and stuff him, then that is there is a car in my parking lot. If they do, then he will not be smart enough to get away with it. But I just question his intelligence to pull something like this off. And aside from that, I don't think he had anything to do with it. I don't think any parent, at this point, I can't say that any parent had anything to do with it until I get more proof or evidence. I can't. I don't think. Hold on. Dropped my phone. I don't think Katie would have. And I don't think Chris would have either. We, the public, at least I, haven't heard that they have any proof of him walking out the door. But we don't know if they have something that we don't have either. I mean, guys, we don't have nothing. They haven't told us that they have much. We are not to make assumptions. However, I know naturally that's what we do. Katie said in an interview, I don't know why he walked out the door. We don't know he walked out the door. Or I think everyone's assuming it was the front door. Could it have been the back door? I don't know. And I'd like to know, like I just said in another chat, I want to know if he was lured out, if he did indeed walk out the door, a door. If they seen it, if they do have footage of him, and when exactly, it doesn't matter when it happened. It happened between 12 and 6. Okay? It happened between 12 and 6. I think, did they say that um law enforcement was called at around 6:30 or something like that? And by what, 6:45 or something, they were going to the scene or at the scene. Like, I don't know. I know that it doesn't matter, but if I mean, the closer to 6 you have, the lesser time it was that law enforcement was actively looking. If it was at 12 and they didn't get to looking for the child until the young man until 6:45, that's 6 hours and 45 minutes. If they got on it at 6:45, that's only 45 minutes. So you just, I think they need to search as far as they think he could have gotten within a 6 hour and 45-minute period. I mean, but all this neighbor drama and people coming out being all over the place, saying one thing and then saying another, just being all over the place, that didn't help matters. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I am just appalled. I'm confused in itself. But then throw in the fact the bashing has not stopped. It is sad, y'all. It is absolutely despicable, disgusting, and in my opinion, most of all, sad that people can act like this over a missing child. When I first started, when I was first interested in true crime, I just watched videos. Everyone knows this. I just watched videos forever. And then when I first got in to the true crime community, it was after Summer Wells had happened. I was told that case got absolutely bizarre on YouTube. I'm like, okay, cool. And then I started hearing some stories about some people and things and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds bad. That sounds like it got real bad. Like level up drama. Well, I came into the true crime community during the Brian Koberger, Idaho 4 situation. And I thought, wow, like this case is nuts too. Like this case is nuts. Like, I wonder if this has surpassed the Summer Wells situation with the drama and the people going at each other and the, whatever. Then comes Sebastian Rogers. And I'm like, okay, like this is, but never did I ever suspect. I don't know if anyone ever suspected that it would get like this, but I'm sure Summer Wells's case caused people to not be friends anymore. I know that Brian Koberger's case has, and obviously this is, I think, time. I don't, since I wasn't here, I can't really compare, but I'm sure there's people that would agree with me that this is 10 times worse than Summer Wells. I'm sure some would say that. I don't know if all, but I don't know. I don't know. All I know is I've heard that it's way worse. Um, People have not learned their lessons. People keep nosing in where their nose don't belong. Um, like, and unless you absolutely know something about somebody for a fact, I would not put it out there because there are lies about people, and people lie about people and make up things about people and sue people, and for what? I don't get it. I don't understand it. Because when you start, getting, you know, lawsuits involved and stuff, just, I would, if, law enforcement has told you something, I would follow the law. Because if you don't follow the law, guess what? You get cuffed and stuffed. And I don't know what's going to happen, but it's not good. And it just still goes back to, I just feel awful for law. Like, I'll say it. I've said it on other places. I'll say it here. It's my own damn channel. Um, I feel bad for law enforcement. I can't imagine how frustrated they are. I do think they should come out and tell everyone to cut the crap. But you can say that all you want. Um, but I feel bad for law enforcement. Um, Absolutely. Like, think of how much they have to go through every day, and they have other cases that they have to be on, plus they have to do their day-to-days. I mean, they don't, I don't know. They need better resources. They need to get paid more. And they need to, yeah, and it's not just Tennessee, it's across the board. Oh, goodness, y'all. Just can't get over it. And then, you know, I don't know. Hello, Owl on the Prowl. How are you? Good to see you. I was just kind of talking about something that's really got on my nerves about Sebastian's missing situation recently. Kind of came on here suddenly because I needed to vent and get it out. So frustrating. Oh, what's the score to the game, Owl? And if you're on later, I'll come over. Because I ain't. Tell you what, y'all, I was gonna go out and socialize tonight and decided it's too cold and we are in a severe wind advisory until 11, I believe is what they said. So, uh-oh. Is that the final or is that just like how much time is left? Third quarter. Okay, okay. I'm at home. I'm just at home. I was gonna go out, but yeah, we're in a severe wind advisory until like 11. And it took everything I had to just go out and eat tonight. So I was so hungry and I didn't want to pay the delivery fee to have it delivered. So I'm like, I'll just bear it and go out and then go to the gas station and get my snacks for tonight because when I eat so early, I get hungry in the middle of the night. So I'm like, I'll just get my snacks and then come home and check out the YouTube and go on my live and find out what else is going on. And then if I get hungry, I'll at least have something to eat. So, but yeah, yeah. I'm in Nebraska, Owl, in Omaha. Yeah, it's supposed to get, I have to go out tomorrow because I'm going to the volleyball game. But it's going to be like 0 degrees, but since I have tickets to go to the volleyball game, I'm going to the volleyball game. Plus I want to see some good volleyball. But yeah, I just wanted to, I guess, just say I'm infuriated with some of the things going on, which isn't new, but anyway. And I'm going to be going on tomorrow night, I believe, hopefully. Tomorrow night at like 9 Central Time. We'll be talking about Ellen Greenberg tomorrow. Absolutely crazy. And how I'm going to kind of try to do things is around the, like, I'm going to, like, schedule my lives and, yeah, I'm going to try and schedule my lives around the time that the incident happened for the person. I'm going to try. That's going to be a roundabout tentative schedule for me. And you'll see if you guys are on StreamYard, you can, or even my channel, I have quite a few scheduled. So hopefully we will get to those all. But just wanted to come on here tonight to speak about this because it's just got me, it's usually not this bad, but the things that were said really got me to the next level. And I'm like, oh no, this is not okay. Like, not okay at all. Um, with Sebastian Owl, what's going on with Sebastian? Oh, just Bullhorn Betty and BJ's BS, basically. But with Ellen, I just kind of want to give it some attention and, just kind of go over things and give it some attention and see what we can discuss. And I don't know if Mom will be able to join, but um, if she can give us some information maybe that we don't know. Um, all I know is that I'm glad they're finally taking a step further with Ellen and giving her hopefully a proper investigation. Ugh. Why it wasn't given the attention needed in the first place, I don't know, but oh yeah, because they came to their own conclusion and had tunnel vision. And that just messes stuff up it just messes stuff up. When you have tunnel vision in a case, it messes stuff up. It really, really does. And poor Ellen and poor her family. And, you know, uh, but the things being said after what I consider a very amicable, polite plea for the bashing to stop, and the bashing has not stopped and gotten worse, in my opinion, is just a testament to how people are and what people are like. And it's not okay. But once again, hats off to those who are making a positive impact, doing things for the right reasons. Some people truly suck. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth, my friend? Um, and I don't know what's going on with Brian Koberger these days, but I I don't know. I don't think anything good is really coming of that either. I mean, yeah, when you get to be as old as I am, you've seen them all. I'm I'm hoping that I'm getting to the point where I have seen it all. Because I always say, oh, nothing seems to amaze me anymore, ceases to amaze me anymore. And then I turn around and by golly, something is there. Because somebody's got to take it to the next level. From the 3021. Well, it's good to see you. Thank you, Owl, for sending them. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Um, yeah, and then, as I say, Koberger, that's okay. If somebody comes over just because of a share, that's great. Absolutely great. Um, I have so many, oh my gosh, so many moving parts with Idaho. So many mixed feelings on Idaho. Don't know what to think. And for us, me, the general public, um, there's not much to talk about except for I hope that I hope he's the guy. I hope they can give more than they've got to prove he's the guy. Because I want to say, I hope we have learned. This is just in my opinion only. But I hope we can learn from Delphi because I don't believe that justice was absolutely served in Delphi. And I do hope that there's an appeal. I don't want the wrong person convicted. I really don't. If you can prove to me that someone is the person, that's fine. But we're missing a lot of pieces. We are missing. Oh, wrenches, yes. Hold on. Let me. I want to actually. Go to I don't I got 4 people now. I'm so excited. Thank you, y'all. To time out for arguing. I'm not sure how to let me see something here. Because this is fine. I just want to see if I need to go into something else to manage the mods. Because I need to edit the mods real bad. Connect with your Al, do you know how to get to your moderators? Ah. Oh, I don't have much more to say. Um 3021. I don't have much more to say. I just had to come on and say what I said, and basically that's it. I needed to vent. I vented, and I'm gonna uh you know, like I was just thinking and saying, Owl, about tunnel vision can really screw up a case. Um, Delphi. I did not follow that from day one. I'm glad I didn't, because I think it was a long road, uh, a very long road for those that did. Um, hold on one second. Hold on one second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Can you guys hear me? Um, Delphi. Uh, Delphi for me is completely different. Um, I have not followed that from the beginning. I'm glad I didn't, because what I do know about it, um, frankly, pisses me off. And it pisses me off because nothing makes sense. Nothing made, like, I've talked to people that are way knowledgeable about it, that have followed it from the beginning. Um, to me, nothing makes sense. I don't know if anything makes sense to even them. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't think true justice was served. I don't, if the Idaho 4 case goes as I'm thinking it will, I don't think true justice is going to be served then either. Unless the state's got something crazy that we don't know about. Um, uh, but what I should say is, unless the state has what they need as far as hard evidence goes, and the jury, I don't know. The thing that like worries me about Idaho is the jury pool. I know that there's a bigger jury in Ada County or wherever, but still, I don't know. I think some questions need to be answered. I hope they get answered. Um, I know, and isn't that so sad, Owl? I mean, especially for people like you that have followed it from the beginning. Like, isn't that really sad? We know what happened. We don't know who happened. And because they think they have the ultimate now, it's nothing else is going to be pursued. And I'm seeing the same thing happening with Idaho. Are they going to pursue anything else? And I understand that. I understand how you think that he fits the part. Yeah, he does. Like I say, like I've said it on other channels, I'll say it here. He's an interesting character. A very interesting character. But just because he's an interesting character doesn't make him the person. And I hope Richard Allen truly is the person. I don't think he is. Nothing makes sense to me in the case, and then the verdict came out, and I was like, okay, finally something's going to make sense. Like, there's no possible way that this can be possible. Like, there's no possible way that this jury, that all 12 of them or whatever are going to agree. There's no way. And it came back that it did. Shocking. I'm sorry, but if I was in that, if I was in that, if I was in that, I would have had to be the one person. I think he's talking about you, Owl. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't have a channel for a while either. I didn't have a channel until 2023. Yeah, because it was a year in September of 24. Because this is now 25. So yeah, I've only had my channel for like a year. Um, that's the other thing I was going to talk about. These people that I think if you're in the, how can I say this? If you are truly in the true crime community for advocacy for victims and missing people, why are you grifting? Why? Listen, I always said from the beginning, I will not do this channel in the true crime community for money. That's not the goal of this. Money, for me, not the goal. Not the goal at all. Not in the least bit. Do I need money? Absolutely. We all do. All of us middle class people need money. Do you hear me? Okay? However, I'm not going to force, um, I'm not going to beg. I'm not going to beg. If I wanted to make money on a YouTube channel, I will go make another channel and I will go to a different community. But to me, the true crime community is not somewhere you should be if you want to make money, because that is, if you are in it for the money, you are not in it for the right reasons. I was laid off from work in the winter of 2017, so I heard about it through mainstream media. At the time, I thought the case would have been solved quickly. That's, Al, you bring up a great point. What time are you going on tonight, Al? What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. The other thing I was gonna say, and it's not just about Delphi, or I have heard of cases recently that it's taken 8 years to get to trial. So around midnight my time. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably be up. I like it when you go on late, because it always gives me something to do instead of the norm. But yeah, like, I understand things take time, and I understand that, the pandemic epidemic may have caused a few delays, but holy cow. Like like Delphi happened way before that happened, and we didn't get to trial until now. And it's not like the epidemic lasted 5 years. I mean, it lasted what? It was from, in the United States anyway, it was started basically in March of 2020. And when did we deem it not a thing anymore? I don't really know. Oh, absolutely. I always try to give the benefit of that, but not for that case. However, Owl, with Delphi, and even with Idaho, yes, mishandled 100%. However, was that partially due to the resources not being available? Because once again, like I say, like, law enforcement across the board just needs better resources, in my opinion. Because look at all, you can't just look at two cases, but look at all these situations that happen and how they are mishandled. Is it because they're mishandled, or is it because they don't have the resources and the proper training? I don't think the LE police need defunded. I think they need refunded. And by refunded, I mean refunded, like revamped, more money allocations, obviously, but also training, resources for training as well. It's all over, all across the board, all across the board. And it's not just law enforcement. It's healthcare. I'm in healthcare. I'm not on EMS, but I can say healthcare needs revamped. Law enforcement needs revamped. The laws need revamped. I mean, come on. If we're gonna, Delphi had everything. They had the FBI, ISP, GBI from other districts. Some cases don't get that. Take Flora. They didn't get half the resources that Delphi did. I've heard of Flora. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I heard Flora was really bad. But apparently Delphi needed more as well. Right? Moscow. Definitely think Moscow needs more. Luckily, now, my hometown, I don't know if I have it scheduled, but we will be talking about the case in my hometown. In the beginning, they didn't have the resources. And in the beginning, it was an unsolved case until they got the resources and the correct set of eyes on the case. The case did get solved after 20 some years or whatever. But it needed that, nobody had the resources to take the time. Nobody had the interest to take the time until some guy, some new lieutenant or somebody, we'll get into it, till some new lieutenant or somebody walked in, put the pieces together, and justice is served today. It might be 27 years later, but at least it is. It's just still amazing to me that still how far we've come with DNA. Maybe we've come too far. Maybe we haven't come far enough for some things. Things still need to be done ethically and legally, I think. You can't mess that up. You can't. Because are you talking about Delphi? Oh, yeah. Yeah, like, I get it that there's a lot of protocols to follow, and it might be hard to follow every protocol, but you got to follow every protocol. Gosh, at my job, if we don't follow the protocols, we get if you don't follow the protocols, it can become a mess. I believe so. Well, yeah, and that's also corrupt. Ellie's got to go too. But it's politics, and politics suck, in my opinion. And um, look at Kylie Rodney. That, from what I hear from people that are close to the case, that was a mess. I Some of the things that I've heard, I don't get it. I ask myself why, like what? Like what? Yeah, glad I wasn't around for it. But I think cases are getting just as bad or worse. And what truly sucks is cold cases. People that have never been found for, a long time. Um, or people that have been found, but we don't know who did it yet because we don't have the evidence to prove. Oh, I don't even watch, like, this platform has made me not watch mainstream media, like, at all. Like, I hardly ever. I did tonight just because I came across stuff, but um I don't understand why more, and it makes me that's why, is because it makes me upset that these cases, 95% of them don't even make mainstream media. And that's what upsets me. Like, because mainstream media is just about numbers and viewers. You want to talk about there for clicks and views? Mainstream media. Um, oh, yeah, me too. And, I watched, I don't know, some things I don't even hear about on my local news, and I'll hear about it on YouTube before I hear about it on my local news. I'm like, what? But anyways, yeah. Well, I'm definitely trying. I, I just I just wish that everyone would have more of an open mind and just be nice. Like, it costs $0 to be nice and be kind. And if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. Uh, if you have an opinion, that's fine, but back your if you have an opinion, try to back it up, and don't just be hostile and vile to be hostile and vile. Like, that don't help the situations. It really don't. I'm gonna look I'm gonna I'll look into Flora more. because it's kind of been suggested by someone, I won't say who, but that Flora and Delphi could possibly be connected. Um, but yeah, the Flora case sounds intriguing as well. And do they still not have anybody for Flora? And when did that happen? I have so many in my mind, I don't remember at all. Yeah, so just had to get on tonight and just kind of vent and say what I had to say. I'm going to be getting off here in a couple minutes. There are so many cases for me. If I am just covering one case, I'm not working hard enough. So many missing people, so many, and it's so frustrating. PI, I don't know if I could be a PI, because it's so frustrating. I've Derek Levasseur, I listen to him almost on a nightly basis. I find another video of his almost nightly. He does a great job. Can't say enough good about his coverage and his detective perspective. Love it. But he does mostly unsolved. And that's their jobs as PIs, is to try to solve it. But for it to go unsolved and be the PI, and the PI that I know here that's on the case here, he's frustrated too. I've spoken with him personally. Mata Hari, how are you? I'm just about ready to get off, but thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. It's good to see you. But yeah, I can't imagine being a PI. Like, you know, I told I told the PI guy here, I said, listen, I said, aw, thank you, Owl. Oh, Derek? Yeah, Derek. Yeah, detective perspective. Great, great, great. But I talked to the PI guy here and I said, listen, I said, I can't imagine, I, as a general, person in the public, am frustrated with just this local case. And I can't imagine, how many others you might have going on how many others you might have going on, but I couldn't imagine dealing with several. It's frustrating just to hear about them. It's frustrating to try and, maybe us YouTube creators just secretly want to be PIs and solve the case, but, or think we're the detectives and want to solve the case, but, if you're not physically there, you can't do much. But what I can do is use I got 6 people. What I can do is bring as much attention as possible. I can get my own word out, get their name out on the streets, and just promote. If you see something, say something, and please do not call a YouTube creator. Do not call a family member. Do not call a friend. Do not call a relative. please, please, people, for the love of the Lord, please call law enforcement. 911, non-emergent number. Hi, FARQ. Hey. Oh my gosh, thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate you. I'm about ready to get off here, but then we're gonna go join Owl later, so my roommate's about to come home too, so I don't want to be completely on here when he gets in, but just had to get on here, say what I had to say. We'll be on tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow night, I have it scheduled for 9, not sure exactly when it'll happen. I'll edit it if I have to. Going to the volleyball game tomorrow, and going to the volleyball game, and then gonna kind of take my time, get ready, and oh yeah, I am too. I mean, we need to let it rest for a while until an appeal comes up. Then we can get back on the pedal. Then come relax, and I will be back on with Ellen Greenberg tomorrow night. So, but anyways, I'm gonna get off of here, guys. But I will see you over at Owl's. And thank you all for joining me. I appreciate it, and you guys have a good night. Bye.